What's up, everybody? Your boy, Lottery Ticket. LotteryTicket.winner. Going over college football week 8. Getting this video around you this time of the week, 12:13 p.m. on Friday, October 24th, 2020. Got some thoughts on these games here. Let's get right into it. Okay. Georgia Tech, Boston College. I like the under 54.5 here. And by the way, I did all the video picking the leans at tickets_lottery this week. Couldn't get a video to go last night, so I got all the plays at tickets_lottery to ensure you guys get the best line possible. Okay. I will do a video next Thursday night. My apologies, I just got caught up in some stuff. Under 54.5 here. I think both these two teams. Georgia Tech got embarrassed. I don't think anybody doesn't know that. But Boston College committed 5 turnovers on offense. You know they're going to be much more disciplined in the game this week. I could see a 27-20 score. Hint on one of our free unit plays is on. Excuse me. I like the under 54.5. I think both these teams play much better defense, especially Georgia Tech. Neither of these teams are prolific offensively. I like under 54.5. Florida State, Louisville. I like Florida State here to get the outright win. Travis has been much better than Blackman since he got switched in the Jacksonville State game. They played much better. Louisville's coming off a win here, a 5-point loss to Notre Dame. But Louisville's struggling big time. They lost to Miami. They lost to Pitt. They lost to Notre Dame. They lost to Georgia Tech. 4 straight losses. Really not that good right now. I like the Florida State on the money line here. I think it went out right. Notre Dame, Pittsburgh. I like Pittsburgh plus 11. Notre Dame has not played a solid defense yet. Pittsburgh's a great defense. Don't let that record fool you. Their offense can't score to save their lives. But I think this game is very slow paced. I like Notre Dame to win, but I like Pittsburgh to get inside the number. I think they're all game actually. Alabama, Tennessee. I like Alabama. I think Alabama covers the spread. Tennessee's just a major disarray right now. Filed the D-line coach. Alabama, Nick Saban's 23-0 against his opponent. Oh, his former assistant coaches. That's all you need to know. NC State, North Carolina. I like the over 61 here. North Carolina really found something in the second half against Florida State and almost won the game. Came back from 31-7. North Carolina State's coming off a game that they won against Duke but had many miscues. I think both teams' offenses plus it's a rivalry game. So naturally they get up to play anyway. I like the over 61 now. Virginia Tech, Wake Forest. I like Wake Forest plus 8.5 here. I know Virginia Tech's getting back a lot of their defensive players because of the coronavirus outbreak in their school. And now the healthiest they've been all year. But I like Wake Forest more than a touchdown. Clawson's a great underdog coach. They'll get up to play Virginia Tech. Wake Forest killed Virginia last week. I don't think they'll win, but I think they definitely get inside 8.5 points. Syracuse, Clemson, no lean. I think Clemson actually covers the game. I mean, Syracuse is a complete joke. Georgia 7, Coastal Carolina. I like Georgia 7 plus 5.5 here. I think they have a good shot at winning the game outright. Coastal Carolina coming off that big win against your Lafayette. I like the over 52 here. I think both teams will be able to play their offenses efficiently against the other team's defense. Neither one's defense is that good. I like the over 52 there. Virginia and Miami. I like the over 58. Virginia's defense can't stop anything. Miami's defense is not that far behind, but Miami can score some points. I think they will against Virginia. Tulane, UCF. I like Tulane here. UCF's had major problems. Internal conflict. He saw the kicker fighting against his opponent, against his teammates last week against Memphis, and a game they lost. I don't think they're in sync right now. Tulane really gave them a good effort against them last year in New Orleans. UCF ended up winning the game. But I think Tulane is definitely better than a 19-point underdog. Willie Fritz thrives as an underdog coach. He'll get up to play UCF. I like Tulane plus 19 here. I think they lose by 2 scores or less. Houston Navy, I like Navy here because of Houston's defense. Houston's defense is terrible. Dana Holgerson's is a heart attack coach, if you will, on the offensive side. If that doesn't work, it's not good. We saw Navy last week against East Carolina, bend but don't break in the red zone. I think you'll see the same thing here against Houston, and I think they'll sneak inside the number. Penn State, Indiana, no lean. Rutgers, Michigan State, I like the over 44.5 here. No spring practice. That's really going to hurt the defenses in all these games in the Big Ten. But speaking of, got 2 straight unders in the Big Ten. Nebraska, Ohio State, under 67.5 and under 53.5 in the Iowa-Purdue game. I like Purdue here. I think there's too much of a market change in the Iowa-Purdue game because Jeff Brom's apparently not going to coach a game. I think Purdue might win the game outright. A lot of turmoil in both programs, especially Iowa's program with Fonentz's allegations of harassment and just negative work environment as a whole. Baylor, Texas, I like the over 61.5 here. Texas has had a bye week. Baylor is just coming off a multitude of coronavirus positives. That's a perfect recipe for an over 61.5. Cincinnati, SMU, I like Cincinnati on the money line. I think SMU's offense is too shaky for Cincinnati's defense. Iowa State, Oklahoma State, I like the under 52 here. I think this would be a better defensive game than people give them credit for. I could see Iowa State winning the game outright, so I like 3.5 as well. Oklahoma, TCU, I like Oklahoma first half and TCU to come back in the second half to get inside the number. TCU has a really solid team. Although they couldn't beat Kansas State with their backup quarterback. That's not good. But these teams have come off bye weeks as most of the Big 12 has. I think you're going to see a good effort out of TCU. He does very well against Oklahoma. He beat Garrett Patterson. I think you'll see that in full effort today or tomorrow. Auburn, Ole Miss, no lean. West Virginia, Texas Tech. I like West Virginia. Texas Tech's defense is just a joke. West Virginia's offense is not that good, but I think they get to Lubbock and grind it out much like against what they did against Kansas. Temple, Memphis. I like Temple in the over here. Both teams are top 5 in all of FBS and yards per play. That's a very important metric. I think you're going to see points galore in these games. Kansas State, I like K-State to cover here. I mean, Kansas, can they beat a junior college team? I don't think they can. Kansas State is 3-0. Make them 4-0 in the Big 12. They have a really good shot, even with a backup quarterback, even with Will Howard, to make the Big 12 title game because they have a tiebreaker against Oklahoma right now. South Carolina, LSU, I like the over 55.5 here. Miles Brennan is not going to play because of his shoulder injury and chest injury. I think you see points here. South Carolina's had 2 big wins under Muschamp now. Maybe he keeps his job, but you can't trust LSU's defense against a high school team, much less a good college football team in South Carolina. Yeoman Wool, South Alabama, I like the under 57 here. Although Yeoman Wool can't stop anything, they're dead last in defensive efficiency. I think South Alabama exposes that, even though South Alabama's not that good of a football team. Maryland, Northwestern, I like the under 54 here. It's an indictment on Maryland's offense. Maryland's offense has never been that good since they got into the Big Ten. Northwestern is coming off an uncharacteristic 3-9 year. They won't go 3-9 this year. They'll be much better. They have a really good true freshman quarterback that has transferred to play here under Pat Fitzgerald. Anytime Fitzgerald has had a down year, he always bounces back. I don't think it's an exception. The defense, I think, plays much better. I like the under 54 here. Texas State, BYU, no lean. BYU will just go through motions in this game, and Texas State's just not that good. Utah State, Boise State, I like the over 53 here. Utah State's a pretty good team, but Boise State's a clear favorite in the Mountain West alongside San Diego State, Wyoming, and Nevada. I think that's a top 4 in the Mountain West. I think you'll see quite a few points. Like I said, no spring practice. That hurts the defense a lot more than it does the offense. I like the over 53 there. For the Atlantic Marshall, I like the over 51. Marshall may very well get that themselves. And I have a free unit play on the side. Hawaii, Fresno State, I like the under 67. And I like Hawaii +4. I know they have to travel from Hawaii to Fresno, but Fresno's still in the process of rebuilding that team under what happened in the Del Carr era. They're still rebuilding from that. I think Hawaii does very well here. Hawaii does very well in the first game of the season, beat Arizona last year. You might have a money line sprinkle on Hawaii. UNLV, San Diego State. I like San Diego State in the Oval. UNLV is just... They've been horrible in the Mountain West. I think that continues. New coach again, new quarterback, just a mess. San Diego State, I think, is slowly but surely coming that defensive identity apart. They've been playing much more effectiveness on the offensive side. I think that'll continue this year. L4 San Jose State, I like the Oval. Both teams' offenses should go up and down the field. Wyoming, Nevada. I like Nevada here, +5, and the upset. I like the under 51 as well. Maybe some snow in the forecast, but even if there isn't any snow, Craig Bowl is a very good defensive coach. So is Nevada. Nevada's done very well the last year. I think that'll continue in Reno. Very big game for both teams. Southern Miss Liberty. I like Liberty in the Oval now that Southern Miss's interim coach is out because of the coronavirus. I like the over 63 here. Hugh Freeze is really good offensive mind. Southern Miss's defense can't stop a nosebleed, but I do think Southern Miss gets quite a few points. Michigan, Minnesota. I think Minnesota wins the game outright. I also like the under 54. It's supposed to be rather cold in Minneapolis. I like the under 54 though. Georgia State, Troy. I like Georgia State outright in over 68.5. Troy had to kick a last-second field goal to beat Eastern Kentucky, who was winless in the FCS. I like the over 68.5. UTEP, Charlotte. I like UTEP +14.5 and the over 49.5. UTEP's much better than they've been in the last few years. Charlotte is coming off both of these teams are coming off a week that they didn't play because of the coronavirus issues. I think they're going to see quite a few points in this game. I like UTEP in the Oval. Middle Tennessee State, Rice, no lean. Louisiana Tech, UTEP, I like the under 53. I think both teams' defenses are pretty efficient, actually. They shut down UTEP's offense. UTEP kept Army's offense in check for most of the game. Kentucky, Missouri, I like the over 46.5 here. I think Kentucky's offense is slowly but surely getting better week by week. And same thing with Missouri as well. I like the over 46.5 there. That's what we have for you guys today. Breakdown of every single game. Got 3 games tonight that I'll break down on the daily video. So we'll see you back here in a few minutes. Lottery ticket. Working hard for you guys every day. Peace. I said peace.